Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I got the final copy of Spooktacular, the level 99 game that I did a preview for, and I thought before I review it, I would do one more playthrough to show the solo mode with a different faction, a different monster heading off against it. And also, somehow I got in the rulebook. I've played, I think, the solo bot once or twice and gave them a few suggestions. I don't know if I deserved this much recognition, but it says, special thanks to Mike Kelly for help with the Killtron AI. So that is nice of them to do. But again, I was not officially involved with the game at all. So I'm going to play through a solo match, and we'll see how it goes. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So if you didn't see my previous Spooktacular play, each character or each player in the game is going to control a different monster with their own unique board, their own deck of cards, and you're trying to score points both by devouring the guests in this haunted movie theater, these little meeples spread around the board, and also by scaring them. And you're tracking your score. Over here, you both start with 10 points. And either when one monster reaches 50 points, or when these 4 tickets have been taken, it's 2 times the number of players. And when you play solo, there's you and the Killtron AI, so there's 2 players. Once these 4 tickets have been taken, that will also trigger the end of the game. You finish out the current round with each player getting an equal number of turns. And then you see who has most victory points because the tickets are worth hidden victory points in the game. And everything else, the setup, what you do on your turn, all that stuff is taken care of by your monster's unique board. There's not the one I'm playing, by the way. And yeah, it's a pretty straightforward game, so let's get into it. So some rooms in the movie theater are closed at different player counts. Again, this counts as a 2-player game, so these 3 are closed. The Killtron AI is going to start in the room with the most doors and the most guests, which is right here. And here's my monster for this game, the Doombox. This is an easy rated one, so it's very straightforward to play, but I want to show you that those can be fun as well as more complicated ones. There are 20 different monsters in the game, but you need to use the Killtron AI to play solo, so you can only play with 19 of them. You can also use the bot in multiplayer games to bring the player count up, which is pretty nice. But yeah, so we've got some things here. I've got my big chunky wooden meeple for the Doombox. I've got 5 cassettes set up on their different tracks here. This shows what cards I have. Everyone always has the same 5 basic cards, but then I have 2 unique cards that show my Doombox face on them, so those will be in my deck too. And setup says place a cassette on the left side of each track and place the Doombox in any room, and then I'm going to draw 3 cards after I place myself. And what's going to happen next, this is important to know because this is my unique ability. So I'll play a card. Pretty much everyone plays 1 card a turn. Then I may play a track. So to play a track, I choose one of the guests in my room. I devour them, which puts them on my board. And whenever you get a full set of all 5 colors of guest, you turn them in back into the bag and get one of the tickets. So devouring once per turn for free is pretty nice. And then whichever cassette matches their color gets advanced, and I resolve the ability on that space. The red one's going to let me put more guests into the theater and gain points for doing so. Purple one's going to give me card manipulation and drawing. The yellow one's going to give me teleportation and moving my opponents. Blue's going to let me steal from my opponents if I can get into the same room as the Killtron. That'd be great. And then green's going to let me eat even more guests to get more of those sets of points. And then I have to move into an adjacent room through a door, and then I'll draw back up to 3 cards. So that's my entire turn. And yeah, the play a track thing is my unique thing along with my 2 cards. So that's what's up with Doombox. Oh, and I should say the main way to make the bot harder is to give them more points at the beginning. Let's try the slightly harder mode and give them 15 to my 10 to start and see how it goes. So on the bot's turn, they have 9 cards divided up. It's the 5 basic cards and 4 cards from Killtron. 1 card is not used. And they're going to flip up the first one, which is going to have them move generally. The second one, which is going to do something different. And the third one really determines their main goal for the turn. So here they're using the basic haunt card, which tells you to spook and then spook again. Spooking is being scary and sending all the guests in your room away. So Killtron has to move, and you ignore any play a card or draw a card effects on their cards because they're just always resolving these 3. So he's going to move. Then he's going to move every monster in his room, gaining 2 points per player moved, and that includes himself. Oh wait, I forgot to put myself out. Well, I wanted to be in the room with the second most people, so I'll go there. So unfortunately, this works out really well for Killtron, because with his jump scare, he'll move into my room, because when he's trying to scare people with a haunt card, he always goes into the room with the most guests, not caring about their color. Then for Mash, he wants to move me into the room with the fewest guests adjacent, so I'm just stuck with less to do. He's going to move himself, of course, back into here. He moved both of us, that's 4 points. And then he's spooking and spooking again with his haunt card. So how spooking works is you take the guest in your room, you count up the number of doors to other rooms, in this case 7, and you send one guest out each door. If there were still guests remaining, which there won't be here, there's only 6 people in there, you would do that again. And every single guest that gets sent through a door is going to earn Kiltron 1 point. Now Kiltron has this set color order. He always moves guests. It's red, purple, yellow, blue, green, which is actually the same as the order on my tracks, my cassettes, which is nice. So, and he always goes to the northernmost, uppermost room and then goes clockwise. So he's going to send them like this. Yellow, blue, green. There we go. And he's getting 6 points for that. So big turn for him. Or it. I don't know. And on the next Kiltron turn, they'll flip up the next 3 cards. And then once they've gone through all 3 cards, because it's 9 cards total, they'll reshuffle and do it again. All right, I should probably get my cards. All right, so I'm going to play a card. Then I can play a track. Then I can move. All right, so I've got one of my unique cards, which is Remix. Advance one cassette space without doing the effect because they get stronger as they go to the left. I can Jump Scare, which is move and then play a card, same as theirs, and then Consume. There's another basic one, Devour a guest of each color. And actually, I think I see a chance to get a ticket immediately. Let's definitely do that. So I'm going to play Jump Scare first to move and play a card. Go right there. Then I'll play Consume to devour a guest of each color. Now, there is no purple/pink in here, but I get one of each other color. And that was it. I can only play 2 cards because of the Jump Scare giving me a bonus play. Now I can play a track. The only one available is a red, but I'll eat a red person. But that's going to add 2 more guests to my room and give me 2 points. Way behind Kiltron, but at least I'm getting a ticket soon. And yeah, guests come from this big bag. Oh, guests. And there's a purple I could devour. That's nice. Oh, but I forgot. I'm required to move. Let's get away from Kiltron so they can't, grapple me into their space, although they already mashed, so none of that is too dangerous. I'll go over here with another purple that I can devour later. Okay, and then I draw back 2 3 cards and ready to go again. All right, what are we doing? They are doing a basic move again. Then they're going to do Arc Lightning. They're going to steal 1 point from each player in your room in each connected room. Hopefully I won't be there. And then they're going to spook again. So they still want to go to the room with the most guests in it. So this room of 4 fits the bill. So they're going to move first. Arc Lightning does nothing because I'm not adjacent to have a point stolen. Then I'm going to spook. This room is closed, so they can only spook through 3 doors. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, and leave the green person there and get 3 points. Well, that was a much weaker turn than the first one. I feel a lot better about that. All right, I have a search card now. Add 3 guests and play a card. And then I have spook and spook again. Which would be a great combo, but I'm in a room with only 3 doors. I think I can do better than that, maybe. And also, if I add 3 guests and then spook them all away, I won't have anybody to play a track with, and won't be able to finish my devouring. So let's do Remix instead and just advance 1 cassette. I'm about to eat a purple, which would let me draw 2 cards, so I would have more options next turn, which actually isn't terrible. But if I advance it with that Remix, I could pick up a card from my discard pile, which would be nice because it could get Jump Scare to be able to move and play a card and then add guests and then scare them all. It seems like a pretty good combo. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to use Remix to put that there. Then I'm devouring the purple in my room. So I'm going to pick up a card from my discard pile. Jump Scare. It does mean that that is my hand because I'm at 3 cards already, so I'm not going to draw anymore. And because I now have 1 of each color, I'm going to turn them all into the bag. Whoops. And I get a ticket. I'm not allowed to look at it yet, but it's going to be worth 4 to 8 points. So we'll find out at the end how good that is. By the way, I did just realize that Kiltron also couldn't have sent anybody through this door. So they actually only got 2 points on their previous turn, and they sent the 2 reds out and kept the purple on the green. Slightly better for me. So I'm thinking I want to move into here and then maybe add a bunch of people and scare. We'll see what happens. All right, and our last card for the Kiltron. They're going to grapple, move a figure from a connected room into your room. They would prefer me, but they won't be able to. Then they're going to add 3 guests before they devour guests of each color. So they will be potentially getting their own little set. Hopefully not. So again, grapple, they would usually want to pull me into their room to theoretically leave me in a room that they've already decimated, but also, maybe mash me into another room for points. But since it can't pull me in, it's going to grapple somebody that's not in its devour pile yet. And they have nothing in their devour pile right now, so any color's fine, but they will once again prefer a red first, and then purple, yellow, blue, green. So they can take it from here to here. I get to pick in this case. I guess I'd rather not have one room have a ton of people. So they'll go in here. That was the grapple. Then they're adding 3 more. So they might get a full set themselves. Hopefully they just double up colors already in. Darn it. Okay, so they got 5 people all at once, which means they're getting the second out of 4 tickets. And they're still way ahead of me in points. All right, as for my turn, sadly, I guess I don't need the jump scare. It didn't really work out the way I'd hoped. So I'm just going to search and then haunt. I won't be able to play a track, but it's going to give me 6 points, and I need to catch up somehow. So I'm adding 3 guests first. There we go. And then I'm going to scare them all twice, and there's 3 doors, so I'll get all 6 out of here. Now, Kiltron can get down into here, but they can't get to either of these other rooms. So I can make Here, I'll put the red down here just to double up red. And I've already got a lot of red. Maybe I'll put a purple here as well. And then let's actually like divide up the colors to have a bit more good options for me when I go in those rooms, hopefully. That gets me to 18 versus 27. So I am more behind than I started, right? Unless I have a better ticket than them, which I don't know until the end of the game. And I can't play a track, but I will move, I guess, in here looks good. And I've drawn my mash, nice. And then my other unique card, Crank It, which lets me play a track again. So devour another guest in my room and resolve their ability. Not too bad. All right, Kiltron, what you got? Oh, they're going to grapple again, which is good because their room is mostly empty. Oh, but they're going to add more guests and then spook them a whole bunch. But they only have 2 doors. So that was, yeah, this is decent, I think. Could have been a lot worse. All right, so they're going to grapple red. Yeah, because they have nobody in their Devour pile. Let's do it from here, because I can get into this room with my bonus play card, potentially. Okay, then they're going to add 3 more people, and they can't quite scare all of them when they spook twice. So spook red, then purple, then blue and green for their second set. So I'll get them 4 points. Good turn, not ridiculous. All right, now what do I want to do? I don't really want to match until they're with me, theoretically, but the Crank It is really nice. And they're far away from here. I got an idea since I'm about to like reshuffle. I'm going to do the Crank It first and play a track. Oh, whoops. If I do it first, then I can't play a jump scare because it'll be too late to play another card. But I think this is still going to be okay. I'm going to crank it, and I'm going to get a yellow to place the Doombox in any room. I'm actually going to move to the big room right south of me. Then I'm going to eat a green guest in there to devour another guest, and I'll get a purple one. So I'm once again only 1 away from another ticket, although that'll end the game quickly unless I can like get both of them and keep the Kiltron from getting any. Okay, then I have to move. They've already grappled, so they're definitely going to move this turn. If they mash, they'll move into where I am and then move me for 4 points. If they don't get a mash, they're going to go in here. I mean, I guess they're going to go in here even if they get a mash. And then I can use the blue power to steal 2 points from a player in my room. So it's a 50-50 whether they get the mash or not. I'm already losing. Let's take the chance. So yeah, if there's mash in the middle, I'm kind of giving them free points. Although, oh, it is mash. Great. I was also thinking, though, Arc Lightning is the other card, and they would have stolen a point from me. So I guess either way would have been bad. All right, and they are devouring in there. But that's after they mash. So they're not going to be in this nice room. They'll be somewhere else that might also be nice. Okay, so they're going to jump scare in here first. Then they're going to mash. They're going to send me in the room with only 1 person and send themselves into this room because it has more colors they are missing. So that gets them 4 points. And then, yeah, they're going to devour purple, yellow, blue. But you know what? You know what? Okay, I'll roll with this. I'm going to jump scare to move and play a card into here. Then I'm going to, I got my remix, by the way. I'm going to mash to move myself in here for 2, so be it. And then I can play a track with the only person in here. That'll both complete my Devour set for a second ticket. And I get to steal 2 points from Kiltron. Although they're just going to Arc Lightning me and steal 1 back. It's not really that good. But for the moment, I'm within slightly better strike. God, I'm 11 behind, but I do have 1 more ticket than them now, so that's not nothing. Oh, wait, they're about to move as their first action, so they're going to go to the 4. If I go over here, they won't be able to Arc Lightning me, so that's better. Yeah, because it should be what? It's going to be move, Arc Lightning, and to spook once. Yeah, so it's pretty weak. They're going to come in here, they're going to spook 1, 2, 3 points worth, and then the Arc Lightning does nothing. Good. All right, now me, what should I do? I think I again got to do the Search and Haunt combo, right? And there's 4 doors, it's only going to be 6 guests. But that gives me 6 points. That's definitely catching up. Now I'm going to be forced to send 1 guest into this big room where they're clearly going in a second, so it might benefit them. But I can at least send 1 they've already devoured because they don't have any green in here. I can't even send any green unless I get some, so that should work out okay. Although if I do the double spook again, then there aren't going to be enough people there once more for me to actually play a track, which seems dumb. Yeah, so be it, so be it. Okay, so I'm going to add 3 guests and then spook twice. All right, we did get a green that they want. Let's not let them get that. So yeah, we're spooking twice. So 1 here. We'll just send another blue because if they'll be there, I might be able to rob them again. So that's 2, and then we can just double up colors, 3, 4. And then for the last ones, we can send somebody here and send this over here so they can't get to it. And that gets me to 28, and they're at 36. So I'm only 8 behind, and I've got an extra ticket over them, although they are very close to getting another one, which would also trigger the end of the game. Hopefully not. All right, I got to move. I mean, clearly got to be here, right? I don't want to be there, although, yeah. That way they can't grapple me, they can't mash me. And then we'll just see what happens. All right, what they do here could matter a lot. They're going to grapple someone in their room. Then they can't steal from me, I'm too far away. Then they're going to spook twice, which is not going to be good for them at all. That's actually great. Okay. So they don't have a red in their devour pile. So they're going to grapple. I guess I can pick. Yeah, it doesn't say how they prioritize grappling, although I guess you could just say just like they're spooking, it could be northmost. But then they're going to send the dude right back, and the blue down here for only 2 points. That was a cruddy turn, and I love it. All right. Now, Killtron's almost definitely going to go in here. And there are blue meeples in there. So, like, I should be able to make something happen. So what if I play a track, get anyone purple in my room to play another card, and I'll do, there's not really much point in consuming. I'll remix to advance a cassette 1 space. All I got is yellow in my rooms. So I think I'll advance blue so I can steal more if things work out. And then all I have in my room are yellow, so I'll play a track with yellow so I can place any monster in any room. Huh. I really don't want to move him. I could move him, I could move me. I could move him, I could move me. I mean, I really want to do the stealing thing, but like this is so good. Because then whether they spook or devour, they're accomplishing very, very little. They can't get into a room with a lot of people in it. Yeah, fine. Oh, and then what the hey? I can move here. That part's cool. And then I can do some nice stuff on my turn. Ooh, and this is fun. Look, I can move extra, I can add more guests, and then I can devour, so I should be able to grab the last ticket if they don't. And I don't see how they could. Well, a lot will depend on whether they mash again for the double move. So they're moving, they're not mashing, but they're adding people, and then they're spooking, so not devouring. Okay, so they can't get the ticket to trigger the end of the game, although I would get one more turn if they did. All right, so they're going to move first, and this is the only place that has more people. Then they're going to add 3 more guests. Ooh, that was every color, so I'm glad they didn't devour. Then they're going to spook. So 1, 2, 3, and then they do it again. 4. Oh no, they only spook once with this card, so you only get 3 points. Oh, they are in striking distance. They're in striking distance. Because yeah, I have to, right? If I move in, add 3 guests, and then devour a guess of each color, what I'm really hoping is to get a second blue, because then I can eat everybody, but still have a blue in there to trigger my stealing of 4 points for him, because that would be devastating. Although I might just not get another blue and not have much to do. Well, whatever. We're going to try it anyway. So I'll play the jump scare to move in. Play the search, add 3 more guests. Come on, extra. Yes, extra blue. Although I can't complete a set. I am going to be missing a red. But then I'm devouring a guest of each color. Yeah, so I get these 3. And then I'm going to play a track. Oh, yeah, steal 4 points. So they're down to 37. And I'm up to 32. So I'm only 5 behind them. And I got an extra ticket. So we're good. Maybe. Although, wait, are they about to devour? They are. They're going to move, then they're going to mash. That means they won't be with me anymore because I'm with them. Oh, wait, crud, I had to move. So wait, pause. I mean, I know what they're going to do. But yeah, they're going to move and then they're going to mash. So they'll go over here. I guess I'll be like in here just to have some things to do. And I can also get the red that I'm missing. And then they're going to devour. Yeah, so, ooh, are they going to get the last ticket? Shoot. Wait, because they're going to move there. Then they have to mash, so they have to move again. But that's actually good for them because they're missing both a red and a green. So I get them 2 points for the mash, and then they're going to devour all these peeps and turn in 1 of each for a ticket. And by the way, if I devour a full set, I just get 5 points, so the ticket doesn't matter anymore. So, okay. Here we go. Final turn. What can I do? I can advance a cassette. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely want to do this. Because I don't want to haunt. I don't really want to move for 2 points. This is going to do more. Oh, no, I guess actually the moving 2 points will be fine. Yeah, because I was going to advance the red track I'm about to use where I place monsters out and, place guests out and get points for free. But moving the cassette 1 space forward will only get me 1 more point. This will get me 2. So I'm going to mash into here for 2 points. Then I'm going to devour the red and make a lot of stuff happen. Because look, I just complete my set here. So it's going to get me 3 points for adding 3 more guests. I mean, we won't actually do it because it doesn't matter. And then 5 points for the ticket. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm 3 ahead. Unless their tickets just kick the butt of mine, then we'll be okay. So my tickets, their tickets. Let's see what we got. We've got 5. That's on the lower end. Oh, no. Don't do this to me. So I got 9, which puts me to 51. And they got 13, which puts them to 52. Oh my gosh, Killtron. And I could have raised the difficulty up even higher, but okay. Well, despite that sad ending there, that was a fun, quick game. You can see how fast the game plays in solo with Doombox. And again, this is one of the way simpler monsters in the game. There are 20, and they can get a lot more complex. Some of them even have like multiple figures and stuff. But yeah, there's always a fun game. I hope you all enjoyed watching it too. And I should have a review for it coming pretty soon, both for the competitive play and the solo mode. So thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, JableMF, Pedro Lucas, Miles, Wayne Scott, Steve Wren, and Casey W. We'll see you at the next stop.